Okay, YouTube familia, this is Chris with Rockin' 8 Farm, and it's season something, episode something of Rockin' 8 Chronicles. In all honesty, I'm just really getting tired of trying to keep track of them, especially because since the whole, like, you never know what your priorities thing is going to be, I'll do one episode and call it episode 5, but then it requires some editing and I don't have time to edit it, so then I shoot episode 6 and episode 6 is ready to load, but I can't load it because I didn't do episode 5. So I'm just gonna say this is Chris with Rockin' 8 Farms, and this is another episode of Rockin' 8 Chronicles, and we'll go from there. How's that? So this is another one of our little projects. We're doing our little before, after, during deal here, so it's going to be a little bit choppy because I'm going to like shoot this little video, explain to you what it is I'm doing, and then I'm going to get some work done, and then I'm going to show you what I did, and then I'm going to do some more work, and then I'm going to show you what I did, and hopefully you don't get too bored and you actually watch it past the minute and a half, which is where the average fall off for my videos is. That basically means that I really suck at this, but that some of you are nice enough to watch for a minute and a half, so I really appreciate that. So we are going to turn this cage into a temporary home for these birds because I'm really tired of my laundry room smelling like bird buttholes, and because they are just getting way too big for their brooder. So we talked about how with priorities you never know what's coming up. I've been meaning to get to this. I was hoping to get them outside sometime by maybe 4 weeks old because I like to get birds out of the brooder as quick as I can. And these are guinea fowl. In case any of you are looking at them and going, what the heck are those things? Let me see. They're going to freak out a little bit because they can fly now. So these are guinea fowl. Right now they're still in their keet stage, which is what you call guineas when they're chicks, just like chickens are chicks and ducklings are ducks. So these are guinea fowl. And I just cleaned out this brooder a day and a half ago. And they're just getting big enough and they're getting crowded in here, so they're getting nasty. And they got really, really big really fast because I was going to do this project a week ago. I didn't get around to doing it. And in 1 week, these suckers got so stinking big and feathered out so much that now I have to get this done. Like, I have to get this done in the next couple of days. So these are going to go in that cage that I just showed you, but I have to do some stuff to that cage first. And then eventually these birds are just going to free range on the property. We may put some food out just to encourage them to stick around if they can't find bugs. But basically what these birds do is they eat everything that I don't want on my property. Their favorite food is ticks. They'll eat small snakes, including rattlesnakes. They'll warn your other animals when something is nearby that doesn't belong here. So like they'll start making all kinds of racket, which lets the dogs know that they need to get off the porch and go inspect and find out what it is. People actually call them a farmer's watchdog. They are loud and they can make a mess, but I think the pros outweigh the cons. And if it just totally doesn't work out, then they're actually a fairly decent wild game bird to eat. So hopefully we don't have to go that route. But I'm going to pause this again here, do a little bit of work on the kennel, and come back into the video. See you in a few. Alright, y'all, I got the next couple of phases done here. So on the southern and western exposures, I've got this tarp up here, and that's mainly for keeping the sun out. So southern and western exposures keep the sun out. I'm not too worried about the sun creeping in from the very bottom. The tarps also go over the top here. That's a little bit of rain protection and some sun protection as well. I got these 3 cedar poles. I just went out to one of my trees and hacked them off the tree real quick. So I've got these 3 cedar poles set up in here for 3 different levels of perches. And then I ran this 2x4 across here, and from that 2x4 I will hang their feed and their water a few inches above the ground, so hopefully they don't kick too much crap up into it, and also so hopefully they don't decide that they just need to sit on their water and feed all day. So the only thing I've really got left is to hang their water and feed, and then right here I really want to put in some kind of a windbreak. So I don't know if I'm going to throw a sheet of plywood up there, or if I could find another tarp, I would just put another tarp like basically between the middle pole and the end pole, and just create a windbreak back there by their actual perches, and then that way they could still get plenty of sunlight, eastern sunlight, through the front half of the cage but have this windbreak for their perches. So I got to figure that one out. And as soon as I do, I will be back. All right, everybody, final phase complete. So I just threw a piece of plywood up here on the side. And you can see that just creates a windbreak for right where the actual perches are at. So they're still going to get all that beautiful eastern sunshine coming in through here. But when they're roosting at night, if the wind kicks up, they can get up on that top perch right there and be relatively secure. Okay, and then with this 2x4, I just took some straps that I had. That one is actually an old dog leash. Hung their feeder, hung their water, and I believe this is all ready for them, but I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to put them in here because it is too late for them to make an ass out of me. So we will discontinue this video for right this minute, and then tomorrow when I get home from work, we'll put the guineas in here, give them a couple of hours of daylight, and give me a couple of hours to chase them if need be. All right, everybody, it's moving time. We decided to just go ahead and get it done, so I'm gonna let Ayana grab one of these out of here, and then I'll pause the video. We'll get them all out, and then I'll show you if they're happy or not. All right, everybody, we made it through the night, which was, you know, not necessarily unexpected, because I'm sure people thought there's no way those tarps are going to keep out raccoons and possums and things like that. No, obviously not. I have a dog kennel with some tarps strung over it. This thing is not even predator resistant, much less predator proof. But if you can see over there on the other side, any predators that want to come this close to the house have to get past 3 dogs and 3 cats to get to these birds. And the dogs have already taken a liking to the birds. I think they think they're fun to chase from one side of the dog kennel to another. So they did really well last night. When I came out here this morning, they were down pecking around at the ground. They're making a little bit of a mess with their food, but it's not all full of crap. They've still got plenty of water. They didn't empty it out like they were doing in the brooder that I had them in. So I think all in all, moving them out here was a really great decision. They seem very, very happy. They definitely have a lot more room, and it's much better of a sanitary condition. They're not sitting in there breathing in all of the ammonia fumes from doing their business. So like I said, they're doing really well. They seem really happy. I think we made the right decision. I'm glad I just got them out here last night and got it over with. And we'll be posting this video up soon. This is Chris with Rockin' 8 Farm.